So from California to Coimbatore, or I'll say California to Chennai,
Either way, yeah.
Los Angeles to Chennai, and
California to Chennai to Coimbatore, however you want to say it.
from a musician to a teacher.
Both, yeah, I guess.
I read music knows no borders.
Yeah.
And here, when I was listening to the music, I was just enjoying.
Thank you.
I was sitting.
Thank you.
कुछ हम कर रहे थे.
Good.
I mean,
Good.
because whenever I interview any musician और जब हम ऐसे करते हैं ना, he say कि oh you are enjoying.
Good.
So I
Yeah,
was
that's
doing
what-
that. I
good.
was not understanding the lyrics, but
That's
I was
okay.
feeling it.
That's okay.
So how you define music?
Yeah, I think you just defined it the best thing you just said, even if you don't understand the lyrics, many people who understand the lyrics, it might touch them deeper within, but we have so many languages across India throughout our history. So we can't always reach every single person. And naturally, we are presenting from Mahashivratri, the students are
Yes.
presenting Tamil, Kannada, Sanskritam. The idea is to reach more people through that. But even without the lyric, look, you're saying you're snapping along, you're enjoying. That's the whole thing, right? It does something to the system. Just the sounds, the drums, the melodies, the frequencies. It does something to the system, even if you don't know the lyric. If you know the lyric, even more of that emotion and depth can happen.
The whole world is excited for the Mahashivratri
Yeah, of
celebration
course.
at Isha Foundation.
Of course.
Not just India, for the whole world.
Of course, yes.
And the glimpse which I just saw was mesmerizing.
Thank you.
So, what exactly is the planning for you tomorrow? क्या करने वाले हैं?
See, I'll tell you that in the past years, I have sung on my own. Then I have sung and the students have sung with me. Last year I said, you all are going to sing on your own and maybe I'll support you a little bit. And I came in the last minute and supported them a little bit. This year I was very clear. I'm not singing with you guys. You guys have to carry it on. Because these students in Sadhguru Gurukulum Samskriti, they're dedicating their lives to this. The
Yes.
first 10 to 12 years, the most formative years of their academic training is actually here, where they're not focused so much on the subjects like mathematics and science. Rather, they're getting those subjects as well, but focusing more on Carnatic music, Hindustani music, Bharatanatyam, Kalaripayattu, Yoga, Samskritam, Siddha, Ayurveda. When these are the focus, I said, you all have to show what you're capable of after so many years of training. So I told them very clearly, you're on your own this time. I gave them the responsibility. So this year they're presenting a Tevaram, they're presenting a very beautiful Kannada piece, and then they're going to present a Tillana Tarana. Because like I said, we have a lot of students from both Carnatic and Hindustani. So how to meld those together, to show the rich history of the country and this history of these traditions. So it's not just Carnatic or Hindustani. They're actually coming from the same place, but they've diverged we want to show those beautiful differences, but also the similarities. Our students are doing a wonderful job, as you heard.
Yes.
And people can see the entire program on Mahashivratri night live.
So this year, your role will be totally of a teacher, not a performer.
When it comes to Samskriti, this time I told them, I'm just going to guide you. That too, we have wonderful teachers here who have actually sat with them and taught each piece. I was not here last 3 months every day when our teachers were doing that day to day. So what I do is, since I'm traveling and performing so much, I keep coming and going. So once in a week I might come, or twice a month I may be here, and then I just say, okay, sing. I'm polishing up. And we have wonderful musicians who have come to support from Mumbai, from Chennai, from all over. So to get them all together and with the students, in fact, these artists who have come, they're all professionals. I mean, they're performing all over the world. But our students don't have that, comfort. They're not used to it. So when these musicians come, we have a lot of rehearsals. Then I sit with them, how to give a little bit of gap for the musicians to play and this and that. So we have a lot of rehearsals so that they can do that. That's where I step in mostly with these rehearsals in the last month or so. So every day polishing up a little bit more. Even now, the day before Mahashivratri, little fine tuning is still happening. So that's why we still have rehearsals going on.
Being a musician is more challenging, or being a teacher is more challenging?
Being a teacher, I think because I have been a musician for much longer.
Yes.
I do teach, I have students, but it takes up much less of my time and my focus. And when you teach, you need so much more patience, and each student is different.
Yes.
Every student is different. So the way that I teach one student, what I tell them, it may not work with the next student. So I have to figure out a way, how do you reach that second student, the third student, so that they can produce the same quality? Because you can see if they're capable or not. So many of them are so capable. They have that talent, they have that skill, they have that focus and initiative to work. But to reach them and make them understand what needs to be done is different with every student. Being a teacher is very, very difficult, very challenging. There's a knack for it. In fact, sometimes I often say I don't have that knack. My mother is a full-time music teacher and she has
Yes.
that knack. So I always tell her, though she's not a performing artist, she has that knack for teaching, which sometimes I say I don't have. But it's making me learn a lot of patience and it's making me become a better teacher over the years working with all these children.
So now tomorrow is your biggest challenge as a teacher because the
Yeah,
students are
probably
going to
you can say
perform.
it's a big test for me. You know, we can say it's a test for them, but really it's a test for me. I'm so nervous. These students are wonderful. They'll go up there and they'll just have a great time and they'll sing whatever happens and they've been training so well, but we feel nervous, right? A little bit. We're just sitting and watching them. If I'm there performing, then I know the responsibility is on me and I'm confident I'll work on it and I'll do it. But when it's with the students, I feel a little nervous. But at the same time, I kind of know also in the back of my mind, they've been working so hard. I'm sure they're going to knock it out of the park. They're going to do a wonderful job.
Okay, how these students are picked? Because lot of applications you must be getting
For the
I've heard.
school?
Yes, for the school.
Yeah.
And how can, like, suppose, I mean, if a student in any part of this country or world want to come
Yes.
and want you to teach him or her, what is the procedure?
See, we take students in Samskriti between the age of 7 and 9. We're very particular. They should be at least 7 and no older than 9. So they should go to the regular schools before that till that age. That really helps with their socializing and getting some of the basic skills. And then there's a application process, interview process. So anybody can apply as long as their child is between that age. Anybody can apply. The next step is then they come here, they spend some time. Actually, they see we're a Gurukulum. So all of the children come here, they're away from the family. So they're completely immersed in the environment of the ashram, which is just wonderful transformation that happens with these children, over the years that they're here. But of course, initially, I think the tough thing is for parents to let the children to come away from the parents. So a lot of it is just how are they able to adapt to that situation. But you won't believe me, but 99.9% of the kids, once they come here, within a couple of days, they kind of, I think, forget the parents and forget wherever they came from. They love this environment so much. They love being with the other children, the classes. They're in the ashram, so they go to the temples, they go to Adi Yogi, they're all around. And you know what? They actually become so mature in a way. Though they have a wonderful childhood, literally climbing trees and just running around. It's all outdoors, as you can see. We don't have closed classrooms. Everything is open classrooms by design. That Sadhguru's design, that it should be open.
Yes.
Children should be with nature. Though it's like that, you would also see that many of them take on so many responsibilities as children, waking up at 5 in the morning, doing Guru Puja, followed by their yoga, their sadhana. Then they, bathe. Then they have their morning routine. Then immediately breakfast and classes through the day. By evening, again, they bathe. Then they have their sadhana, their yoga. Then they go for dinner and it's like lights out early. So it's such a routine that they follow. They learn to wash their own clothes. They learn to be self-sufficient, which is so wonderful. And I think lacking for so many people in the world today that, everything is just given to us, handed to us, especially even by the own parents. Our own parents will just give everything. So here they take on so much responsibility that they really turn into such wonderful human beings. By the time they come out of the school, they're just ready to take on the world, not just ready for just university or college or the next step like that. They're ready for almost any situation that the world, throws at them.
Here, whoever I have met, whenever I've asked that person, ki, what is your experience? I've got one answer, no words. Same answer. I've spoken to like 20 to 25 people. They said ki we cannot.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
say
it'll be
it
so
in words.
different. If they have to
Yes.
put it in words, each person will be
can't.
so different. So it's so difficult
One
to
thing
do that.
I spoke to Radha Jaggi ji also yesterday, and in like your family, on a lighter note, I mean, your mother, father are big into music.
Yes.
Then Sadhguru.
Yes.
Then your wife is a Bharatnatyam dancer.
Yes.
So, what is the dinner conversations or lunch conversation you guys have? I mean, first of all, you get time because you guys are so involved in everything.
Do we have time to have dinner? First of all, is the
That's what
question.
I'm asking.
My musicians are all asking me, Anna, did you eat? Because every time I come for the rehearsal, I'm running from somewhere, and then we have a break in between, and then second session they say lunch, and I'm like, lunch? I don't know what lunch is. I'm going here. Then I'll see you back at 1. So first of all, do we all have time to even sit down together and have dinner? Is the first question. Most of the time
No
we
family
don't.
time?
No, we do try to meet now and then, of course. but it's so difficult. I mean, see, my parents live in Los Angeles still. So when they visit, they're here now in the ashram and they'll be at Mahashivratri. When they visit, we try our best to meet them for lunch or dinner, but they also know my dad makes fun of me. He laughs at me because I'll run in the house and then I'll just be like, okay, I'm going now. Okay, I have a call. And he'll be like, again, and he'll start, just laughs at me. That's all you can do now, you know? We kind of got used to this lifestyle. How was the dinner conversation? It can be all over the place. It can be about the news, what happened that day. It can be about some concert I sang, some performance they had. If Sadhguru's traveling, something about that. Maybe he'll talk about, you know, so many things going on. It's like the people who say that they don't know what to say about their experience, there are no words. It's almost like there's so many things happening for all three of us or four of us when we sit down at the table that randomly something comes up, we talk, we eat, okay, good night, next thing, now next meeting, next phone call. We wouldn't have discussed even half of the things probably that's in our mind to discuss. It happens just with me and Radhe. Forget about trying to meet Sadhguru or my parents. Just me and Radhe meeting for a meal in the same place is so rare. We always make this joke because we'll be traveling and somebody will say, please come home next time you're in Mumbai or next time you're in Bangalore, come home. And me and Radhe will just look at each other. First, we should be in our own home, have dinner with each other in our house in Chennai. Then we'll come to your house.
So I reminded of a film. It's a two states.
Oh.
So yours can be called many states.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you are, so there are no WhatsApp group conversations like you don't have time because you guys are so dedicated.
WhatsApp group conversation will be like breakfast question mark, like this lunch question mark. That's all.
And that will be seen on the next day.
Probably. Today, messages that have come in the morning, only now I'm seeing, oh, I missed this meeting. Oh, I missed this breakfast, something like that. That's how it is. We got used to it.
So lastly, what is the biggest teaching you have got from Sadhguru? Because he has taught the world many things.
No words. You know this answer is going to come. See, it's like every day, and Sadhguru doesn't just sit and teach like that. It's not like going to a satsang with Sadhguru or something every time I sit with him.
Yes.
But so many things. See, because I think whatever is happening that I share with him, he gives his thoughts on that. He gives his feedback. And it's never like, you should do it this way, you have to do that way. He just shares his thoughts. After that, it's up to me, whatever I want to do with it. And he won't say anything beyond that. So I would say constantly there's so much of teaching. I think not just Sadhguru, but being in the ashram, of course, being with Sadhguru, being in Samskriti, my love and my pride in Indian culture, in the traditions of this country, though I was born and raised in the US, I think my pride and my attachment to it has just grown exponentially. Already it was there so much. I've lived in India for almost 20 years now. I've only been married to Radhe only for 12 years. So it's not that my exposure was only ashram, but I think it grew exponentially after coming to the ashram and after being with Sadhguru. I think just that pride of the nation and the rich cultural history, the heritage, and kind of how do we spread that more and more. So many things I've spoken to him about, and I think that's the biggest recurring topic with us is that we discuss this topic of how do we spread our beautiful culture and heritage and traditions more and more around the world.
2006 you came back.
Yes, 2006.
Yeah. You came back and...
you know better than me, I forgot. Yeah, you're right. 2006 I moved to India. Yes, correct.
So keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
I mean, for me also, it's my first time here.
Oh, really?
It's a very divine experience for me.
So after your whole experience is finished, I'll ask you, how was your experience?
Yes,
and
I will
try. You'll definitely say no words like everybody else. I'm sure you'll say that.
But thank you so much.
Thank you.
I've heard you don't give many interviews. You're not, you believe in teaching and music all around.
It's not that I don't give interviews. It's I just feel like I don't have time by the time we finish everything. I'm happy to do interviews. And I'm so happy that you all come to, you know, cover these things. Like I said, you're such an integral part of, you know, propagating our wonderful history and culture and heritage and arts. It's getting forgotten today. If it's not just on Spotify or YouTube, the first thing somebody opens up on TV or on their homepage, they don't even know it's happening in their own country. So I hope that, you know, this spreads around to many more people.
I'll just say no words.
Thank
you so much.
much.